Hello and welcome to Maths Made Easy. Today we will discuss about the statement patterns. The statement pattern is nothing but a compound statement in symbolic form. The video about the compound statement is already being done before, so you can go back and the link also is given in the description box. So let's discuss statement patterns. So if P, Q, R are the component statements, or we can say logical statements, then the compound statement formed by using one or more connectives, that are and, or, not, if, then, or double implication. Using any of those one or more than one connectives you can use, and the pattern that we get is called as the statement pattern. So let us see some of the examples of statement patterns. So first one we have P double implication Q and negation of P implies Q. Now here if we see the component statements are P and Q, and the logical connective we use are double implication and, not, and implication. So four connectives are used here, and the pattern that we are getting is called as the statement pattern. The second one is negation P or negation Q. Here P and Q are the component statements, and these three are the logical connectives. So once we are acquainted with the statement patterns, now let us see how to construct truth table for a given statement pattern. Now truth table, already we have seen previously that it is just the table which includes the combination of truth values of the component statements, as well as it gives the truth values of the compound statement that we have got. So here now we will see how to construct the truth table for a statement pattern. Now for that we have to remember two things. Now every table is going to have rows and columns. So the number of rows and columns in the truth table are very important. So remember two things. If M are the number of connectives in the statement pattern and N are the number of component statement in the statement pattern, that is P, Q, R and so on, then the rows in the truth table will be equal to 2 raised to N, and the columns in the truth table will be equal to M plus N. So this is very important to remember. So let us see how to construct a truth table for this given statement pattern, that is negation P or negation Q. Now first of all, here the number of component statements are 2, P and Q. So that means the number of rows will be 2 raised to 2, that is 4. So you will be having 4 rows, and we see the connectives are 1, 2 and 3. So that means M is equal to 3 here. So number of columns will be 3 and plus 2, that will be 5. So you will be having 5 columns and 4 rows. So we have 5 columns and 4 rows. First 2 columns always will be your component statements, that is P and Q. Now start with the statement pattern. So first thing we have got negation P. So we will make another column as negation P. Another we have negation Q. So we will make a negation Q as another column, and then your final statement, that is negation P or negation Q. Now we know what will be the truth values of P and Q. It will be TT, FF. For Q it will be TF, TF. Now negation P means already means all the truth values will be opposite. So here you will have FF and TT. Negation Q will be values just opposite of Q. So it will be FT, FT. Now we had seen for OR, we had already seen the truth table. In that we had seen if both the statements are false, then the resultant statement will be false, otherwise it will be true. So here first two, if we consider these two are false, that means this statement will be false here, and for other all combinations it will remain true. So that is how you construct a truth table. The next one we will see P and Q implies R. Now here if we see, we have three component statements, that is P, Q and R. That means N is equal to 3. So number of rows, that is 2 raised to n, will be 2 raised to 3, that is 8. So rows will be equal to 8. Now let us talk about the columns. For that you need to count the connectives. So 1 and 2. So 2 connectives, that means M is equal to 2. So the columns will be M plus N, that is 3 plus 2, that is 5. So here we will be having 5 columns and 8 rows. So next truth table, P and Q implies R. So first 3 columns will be your component statements, that is P, Q and R. Then next in the bracket we have P and Q. So that will be our next column, and then in the end we will have the statement that is given to us. So now we should start writing the truth values of first 3 statements. So for P, half of the rows you will have true and half of the rows you will have F. That is, for 4 rows you had true and 4 rows you have false. Now Q you will make half of that, that is, for 2 rows you will have true, then for 2 rows false, then again for 2 rows true, and then again false. Then for R we will have it the alternate T and F, that is TF, 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 TF. Then for next column we have P and Q. Now we know for AND, if both the statements are true, then only it will be true, otherwise it will be false. So for this 2 you will have true, these 2 you will have true. Other all rows, if you see here, we don't have both statements as true, so they will be false. And then last column we have P and Q implies R. So this will be our first column and this will be our second column. Now here we have implication. We have already seen implication is false if first statement is true and second statement is false. So here we have TT, so this will be true. Now here this is the first statement, it is true, and second statement is false. So this will be false. Now here FT, so this will be true. FF will be true. Again here FT, so will be true. FF will be true. FT again true, and FF will be true. So this is the truth table of the given statement pattern. Keep practicing different statement patterns and keep making truth tables for them. In the next video, we will discuss the logical equivalence of the statements.